What's up, everybody? We're better than ever. I'm Steven, that is Joel, and that is Cash. And today, we are getting into what popular franchises, whether it be movies, games, TV shows, did you try to get into but just couldn't?
Okay, so when you asked this question originally, the first thing that came to my mind was a game I just couldn't get behind. And people love it. Okay. I think you love it. And I just can't do it, bro. It's Assassin's Creed.
Those early Assassin's Creed games with like 1, 2, and then Brotherhood, incredible masterpieces, and then completely fell off. Yeah. So go on.
So I tried to play the first couple.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I would get to a certain point and I'd be like, I can't do this anymore. Yeah. It's for me, the game was almost too slow paced. With the creeping around.
You're trying to assassinate people. It's Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, no. I want bludgeon to death Creed.
There's no assassinating. We're just fisticuffs.
They're dying, but it's just the hard way. Well, I just didn't have the patience. Especially, I think maybe if I tried it now as an adult.
It depends if you go back to the old ones or the new ones. The new ones, they're yearly iterations now, and they're much different. They're big open worlds. Every game is a different setting. The other one is Vikings, and there's Egypt, and then there's obviously Italy, the ones in Italy in the beginning.
Japan now, right?
And it's coming out in January, possibly this month. I'm not sure. They're finally doing that one. So there's been a few, but the new ones are way different than the old ones. The older ones there's a big overarching story that was really good, and it was also a new franchise at the time, so it was everything was really exciting, all these mysteries, and then it kind of fell off a little bit, and now it became all about the back time stuff, all the set pieces, the whole time setting, and it's very different now. I have not played them in quite some time. I couldn't get into them again. So I can agree with you because nowadays they're just not what they used to be. They are not for me anymore.
You're saying nowadays I couldn't get to it in the beginning.
Yeah. That is a little surprising.
We built different.
Those first few games were very good. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I have to have a dishonorable mention. Okay. It's a movie franchise that makes billions and billions of dollars, and I can't wrap my head around it because when I watch it, I feel dumber after. It's the Fast and Furious movies.
I thought you were going here. So I have this argument all the time. I hate these movies.
They're terrible. The first one is the last good one. Actually, the second one has its moments, but
even Tokyo Drift it's watchable.
Bro, I don't get it. I don't see the appeal anymore.
How did we get from stealing car radios to going to space? How?
Because at that point, it became a parody of itself. Where it's just next time they're going to go to space, and then they're like, well, we're just going to go to space. So I've seen, I think, all of them except the last one. No, actually, no, I haven't, because I definitely skipped a couple. The last one I saw...
watching, a long time.
The last one I saw was Paul Walker's last one. Yeah. So I'm just okay, I got to watch that moment. That's... I want to see that for, the franchise. And, that movie itself was fucking terrible. If that was Paul Walker, I'd be turning in my grave. It was terrible. These movies are god-awful. They're just flashy. There's no substance. I'm watching it, I'm just how are these so popular? You know what I mean? So even when a movie is let's say big or flashy or it's meant to be just a fun time, they're somewhat decent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These movies are not good. And even then too, it's just nobody. I'm thinking to myself how are these? Who's watching this and then recommending it to somebody? You know what I mean? These movies make a lot
of people.
These movies make a fuck ton of money. Yeah. And I'm just the first one was incredible. That was the first DVD we owned as a family. And love the first one. I can also watch that probably anytime, anywhere. Probably not a great movie. Second one too, I also did the one down in Miami. Mm-hmm. I also liked that one a lot. I was a big fan of that one. And people say that's probably the worst one, and
it's definitely not the worst one.
I will highly, highly disagree. It's definitely not the worst one. And then obviously it kind of goes on. It kind of gets a little fucking worse and worse to these weird fucking movies where the story doesn't make fucking sense. It's all about these big flashy chases and gunfights and heists and whatever have you. And I'm watching it. I'm just this. Who enjoys this?
Idiots.
So there's a few times where we watch something and we're just I wish I could just turn it off and turn my brain off and just enjoy things. And this is one of those things where like my brain needs to be unplugged for days for me to enjoy this because I can't wrap my
I'll still be like, you're stupid.
I can't wrap my head around it. So that's also dishonorable mention.
Before you get to the next thing,
yeah,
just scenes in these movies that drive me crazy, bro. Have you realized that Vin Diesel has been made to be like a superhero now?
Oh yeah,
like he's like
the streets always win. Are you fucking kidding me? You fuck off! Like
bro,
no.
Vin Diesel's crushing an entire parking deck with his feet.
Yeah.
You have The Rock jumping out of a plate glass window like 5 stories onto a car, no injuries. You have a situation where they're taking a luxury vehicle, a sports car, off like the 100th floor of a building, through a window, through another window. You know what would happen? They would smack the window and they would die.
Straight down. People eat the shit up.
Bro.
Eat the shit up.
It'd be like that movie, you ever see The Other Guys?
Yeah, aim for the bushes. Yeah.
It'd be just like that.
That's how,
over and over again.
That's how the movie feels just constantly. And they make it through. I'm just like, this is so fucking stupid.
These movies are ridiculous.
Terrible. That should have been my number one. But the franchise that I tried and I don't like, but people's like big fans of, it became a bit of a meme these days. It's all the video game franchise. Gotta go fast. It's Sonic. When I was younger, I had a Genesis. Okay.
Gotta go fast.
I had a Genesis, so I played a lot of those early games. I remember 3D, I remember Sonic and Knuckles. Like I played them. Even back then, I'm like, this is not good. I never saw the appeal, and the whole like obviously it was like it was a platformer. It was like their take on like trying to take on Mario. But the whole like fucking zipping around, all the fucking loop-de-loops and all this, I'm like, this does nothing for me. I don't feel like it was good at all. Like I'm like, who's enjoying this? What kid is like, yeah, dude, I can't wait for the Sonic game. Like, no, you're out of your fucking mind.
Sonic games with the rings thing.
Yeah, oh, he died, lost all the rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all went flying. Yeah, like cool sound effects and all that, but like couldn't do it. I didn't know to like some 3D stuff. There was I think like a Wii game or a 360 game called, I think, Chaos. It was something with the fucking Chaos Emeralds, whatever the fuck it was. And there's something weird with like Sonic has like a love interest. It's like a human. It was just really funny. It was just so fucking weird. There was one game I did enjoy. It was like a 3D like action like platformer or whatever have you. It was like Battle something 2 or Sonic Adventures 2, I think it was. And like I remember that's the only one I got played where I'm like, okay, that wasn't too bad. But like overall, I'm just like, I don't get it. It did nothing for me. Even like the movie, all the hype for the movie and everything. I have not seen it. I have no interest in seeing it. Sonic has never done anything for me. And like I have friends that love it, swear by it, like. And shout out to him, like shout out to you, Mikey. But like, not for me, man. I never got into it. Never saw the appeal. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast off a cliff. No, I'm not doing it.
Have you ever seen the parallels between Sonic and Dragon Ball Z?
No. Oh, I know the whole Super Saiyan thing. When he goes
not even that. Like Sonic is the main character. His best friend is not as strong as him, but has been with him his whole life, which would be Tails.
Okay.
Krillin.
Okay.
You have the Knuckles, which is supposed to be Vegeta.
Okay, I see that.
Started as a villain, now they're friends.
Knuckles was only my favorite part about the whole franchise. Like, I thought Knuckles was just cool.
Shadow's actually fire.
He has guns too. There's a game where he just shooting people. I'm just like, what the fuck is a hedgehog shooting people? It always
the Chaos Emeralds are supposed to be the Dragon Balls.
That makes sense. Okay, I get that. Yeah, I see. Okay, I can see.
It's like a whole breakdown.
Yeah, no, I now you're laying it out for me. I can definitely see it now. And like,
I'm sitting there like,
yeah, that's weird. Hey, listen, you can be influenced by it.
Yeah, it's called like at least change some of the answers.
Yeah. Let me copy your homework with me.
Yeah, when he goes like, I don't even know what they're Super Saiyan for.
I fucking find out.
Guess what? All his things stand up. He turns
blonde. Wow, I've never seen that before. Yeah, so
he's Ultra Instinct.
It's just white Sonic. Yeah, I know like people like the music and stuff too, and like a lot of that's really popular and stuff like that. But it just never for me, man. Never for me. A few years ago, I think I would have said the Legend of Zelda series.
They had a big resurgence though.
Yeah, so I never played them all growing up. I never played any of them growing up. I think I played like quarter of this one, quarter of that one, maybe half of that, and never finished any of them. And then when Breath of the Wild came out for the Switch, like I played it, adored it. Right now on my list of Zelda games, it's number 2. And so so after that, that was like 2017 when the Switch came out. Then I went back and played them all. I played Ocarina of Time. I think Tears of the Kingdom came out after. Then the last few years, I've been playing more. I've been playing like Minish Cap, Skyward Sword. I finished Majora's Mask a few weeks ago. I'm currently playing. It's on my Switch right now. Link's Awakening, the remake for the Switch. Like I'm almost done with that one, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. And like I kind of annoyed I missed them. You know what I mean? Like everyone's talking about like playing Ocarina of Time as a kid, and like that just missed me. I never.
The thing is, like now you're in a space where you can appreciate it.
Yeah.
You played it when you're supposed to.
Yeah, no, and like Majora's Mask, like I was definitely better than Ocarina of Time, and like we have friends that have Majora's Mask tattoos, and like I see why. I definitely see why people like that over like Ocarina, for example, and like it's also nice kind of seeing like that side of it, seeing that argument on why people like it and all that, and like I never had ill will towards the Zelda franchise. I remember picking a couple up and never really dived into it, and like I think that's why. I mean, it just never stuck with me. But going back into it, like as an adult, I'm definitely appreciating it. I'm enjoying the hell out of them. So shout out to Zelda. A few years ago, I would have said them, but those games are great. So on the back of that, because I am experiencing Zelda games for the first time, and I am enjoying them. I am enjoying every game I come across. I'm trying to work my way through all of them. My next question for you, Joel, is what game or movie or whatever do you wish you could experience for the first time?
Again?
Again, yes.
So, the first thing that comes to mind is the game that I was obsessed with as a child. And then played all the way up until I was an adult, because it took forever for it to release parts 2 and 3.
Sure.
Which would be Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 1 was like... It was such a... It came out at such a point for me where it was like... I was still a kid, but I wasn't. Like, I was growing up.
You're like in that weird phase where you're like, I can't be a kid. I can't be like a little kid anymore. I got to grow up a little bit, but you don't want to. You know what I mean?
So you're playing a game.
You're a teenager.
Like
teenager.
I guess like almost like
kiddish.
It's kiddish in the sense like it has Disney characters in it, but it's like it's adult because it's dealing with adult things.
Yeah, it's funny. So I remember like asking my mom like, oh hey, like I want to get this Kingdom Hearts game. Blah blah blah. I think it was after one time after I left your house and you were playing it. And Mom, I remember at the time, I don't know what year it came out. I don't remember off the top of my head. My mom was like, "You want a game with Disney characters?" I was like, "Yeah," but there's also Final Fantasy characters. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So the game was deeper.
Than it was. Yeah,
the surface. Yeah. I mean, it just the intro point for everyone was Disney characters.
It was really cool. It's like, oh, cool. It's this game like with Disney characters that everybody grew up with and loved, and it was all like fairly recent stuff too, like all the 90s like Disney stuff. So like it was just like that's a great way to grab attention. Like, oh cool, you're playing in these worlds based on Disney movies. Like it was great curb appeal.
Yeah, who didn't want to be one of Andy's toys?
Oh,
who didn't want to be swimming around the vines like in Tarzan?
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
It gave you the chance to live that to some degree.
Yeah, you just even just to dive into those worlds again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, let's say
be able to walk around.
Yeah. Oh, so you're a huge Lion King fan. Oh, here you go. Now you're playing as a little lion on like the fucking in wherever the fuck they were.
Yeah. It was like a nice like jumping off point for me in that vein of game.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I played a lot of sports games.
Of course, yeah. Oh yeah.
I was like a big sports game person. Like,
yeah.
Whether it was Madden, FIFA, 2K, like whatever it was, NBA Live, NBA Street, like whatever it was. To then go from that to this, I was like, wow, this is like a breath of fresh air.
But it also says like this game had to be something different. It had to be special to kind of like grab people like you who had to kind of play like for their first like big 3D like RPG adventure type of thing. It wasn't maybe not so much RPG, but like it had to have that appeal.
Oh, absolutely.
To draw people in.
There was no reason for me to play that game.
Yeah.
I think that just the characters alone, I was like, I can see myself playing this.
Yeah.
And I happened to be at the right age to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I played Kingdom Hearts 1 when it first came out. I think I played that maybe a couple years later. I played that first before 2, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And then going to 2 and everything like that, it was just like, all right, this is incredible. Kingdom Hearts 2 is amazing. Same thing.
Last one was kind of...
Third with
the problem with Kingdom Hearts is that its lore got very convoluted.
Oh yeah, it's hard.
Like you have to watch a video to play the game.
There's a lot of backstory, a lot of lore. It is very complicated, and all the different 12 versions of Xehanort and all that shit. It's hard. It's hard for newcomers.
This guy, that guy.
It's hard for newcomers to get into. It's very intimidating.
Yeah.
But going into like from the beginning, like it is a great series. That's something I definitely would not mind jumping back into or experiencing that again.
Yeah, it was like definitely good times.
Yeah. So my game, it's funny because it is my favorite game of all time. It's The Last of Us. So obviously, yes, I wish I could relive these games again and experience them again for the first time. The problem was with The Last of Us. I played it at launch when it came out. I think it was June 2013.
It's crazy that was that long ago.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It also got delayed. I think it got delayed a bit too. They also get delayed. So it was June 2013. I played it. I was playing with my girlfriend at the time, and she wanted to play it with me. Okay, so I couldn't play it unless she was around because she wanted to kind of see what's happening, and so like it took like weeks to play. It was horrible.
Very hard.
So hard. And then like she wasn't really kind of into it the way I was trying to get into it. You know what I mean? So like so imagine like watching something and then that person's just not like on their phone.
Oh yeah, it's the worst.
So I'm like, you want me to fucking play it, but like you're not really as invested as I am. You know what I mean? So I kind of took away from it. So like I finished the story and then I'm just like, and then I'm turning there. I'm like, oh wow, that was cool. That was great. And then I definitely did not appreciate it or kind of understand the story right away. You know what I mean? So like I'm like, wow, it's a great game. Like I can see why people really like it. Blah blah blah. And then I think we broke up that summer. Actually, no, I think it was the summer after or whatever it was. So then I remember, I think a few months later, going back to it and just replaying the whole story again by myself. And then I was just like, I definitely missed some porn cutscenes. Either I was wondering if she was having a good time, if she was paying attention to really now actually me like no distractions, like sitting there watching every cutscene and really appreciating it. And then the second time around, it was just like, oh no, this is special. Like that is the masterpiece, if you would. Like that is an incredible, special, important game for so many reasons. And then I think it was like when the DLC came out, maybe that's when I replayed it. So like the game was I loved it when I first played it, but when I played it again, it was like, no, this is everything to me. And I wish I could experience that for the first time. I wish I didn't take a second time to do that. You know what I mean? So I wish that is the game I wish I could experience again for the first time, because my first time was a not fun experience.
Yeah.
You know, and like if I did play it the way I wanted to the first time, like I probably wouldn't have put it here because like I had a good first time around. I enjoyed it the first time around. But like because I didn't, like I would wish I could redo that one instance again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah.
It's definitely a game I've never played. To be honest, it's something I kind of want to play.
Did you watch the show?
No.
Oh, shows they do the game justice.
So like, I've always kind of thought I might play the game one day.
Yeah.
And I didn't really want to watch the show.
Yeah.
And then play the game.
Sure, no, you can do that too. It's fine. It's almost like the big story beats are like almost 1-to-1.
That's kind of why I don't want to.
Yeah. Okay.
So I want to kind of maybe play the game and like experience it instead of being like, oh, that's when this happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's fair. I do think you should experience the game, even if you watch like a fucking Let's Play, or even watch somebody play it, whatever you mean. Just experience the game for what it is. It is a lot of fun. It's like a third person shooter, like cover shooter. Like there's a lot of crafting, and it is really good. But like what makes the game so special is like those emotional moments. Like that's why it was so groundbreaking at the time, because like it was such an impactful emotional story that like we never really. Obviously, we had some games like that before, but it was just like this played out like the best movie I've ever seen, you know, and that's why it was so different. That's why it was so special. So I wish I could experience that, and I hope you can experience it for the first time.
Maybe one day on this channel we'll do it.
I'd love to walk you through that. Oh, so good. But
definitely food for thought.
Yeah, and that's a video for the future. But this is the video for now. So that is to reiterate, because I don't remember what the question was. Which popular franchise did we tried to get into, but just couldn't. I said Sonic.
I said Assassin's Creed.
You said Assassin's Creed. And then the other one was, what do we wish we could experience for the first time?
I said Kingdom Hearts.
And I said The Last of Us. Probably our favorite games.
Yeah.
So
I might have to get a Kingdom Hearts tattoo one day. We'll see.
I already have a Last of Us tattoo. Okay. I beat you there. All right, but we were better than ever. We're still better than ever.
Yeah.
I'm Steven. That is Joel. Sleepy Boy Cash is over here. I hope you enjoyed. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.
Peace.